My name is Zach Barrett. I'm a lieutenant in the Criminal Investigations Division here at the Sheriff's Office. So in 2009, I tried out for selections for the CERT team, and it was right after they'd been in a critical incident, and so 4 or 5 members of the team had dropped off, and so they had extra openings, and so even though I was early in my career, they allowed me to be on the team. So I've been on the team now for about 15 years. A lot of opportunity for growth, and I was fortunate in that I was the sergeant in the narcotics unit at the same time that they did a lot of narcotic search warrants with the SWAT team. And so that allowed me to plan and be part of the execution. And so that put me into a leadership role on the team. And so I've been in leadership on the team for about 10 years. I'm currently the team leader. I operate and run things on the ground. If the commander's not there, I'll sit in his place until he shows up. And so it's been really good. I've learned a lot, and it's been good to have guys on the team that want to do the job. And so it's easy to lead and help men grow in that capacity when their desire is to get better and try to help people. And so we've got a really good team, and it's been a blessing to be a part of it. I've been with the Sheriff's Office now for 18 years. I graduated from the University of Georgia in 2006, and my senior year I had to do an internship, and so I chose the Walton County Sheriff's Office. So I did an internship. I was in the Criminal Investigations Division for 6 months, just kind of following them around and seeing what they do. And at the end of that, one of the investigators got promoted to major, and he offered me a job on patrol. And so I went to work here in 2007, did 2 years in patrol. Then I transferred to, I got promoted to investigator. I was there for 1.5 years, got transferred to narcotics, worked my way up to the sergeant over that unit in about 5 years. Then I came back to general investigations, and I've been there ever since. Yeah, so coming straight out of college, I had never had any interactions with criminals or anything like that. I didn't start in the jail, and so when I got to patrol, it was my first kind of thrown to the wolves. And so it was my first interaction chasing bad guys and working with other men on the shift. And so I really found that I enjoyed trying to help people that needed help. It says in Psalms 146 that God brings justice to the oppressed. And so I've always had a heart for the helpless. And so I found that there were men here who really wanted to catch like bad guys, not just people speeding, and that's a good and important thing, but the people who hurt people that can't help themselves. So kids and women, murderers, hostage takers, that kind of thing. And so that led into wanting to get on the SWAT team, because we get to go after the criminals who hurt people the most. And then being surrounded by a group of men who feel the same way did create a brotherhood. We've been through critical incidents together where we've been in fights, we've been shot at, we've had to shoot back. So those things, that intimate setting where you can only rely on them, brings you really close together. And so we also do things outside of work with our families together. And so there's just this, I guess you could call it a brotherhood that crosses from private to professional. But like I would do anything for them at work. And I know that because of the situations we've been in, and they would do anything for me at work or off duty. We've just come to be friends, and man, that's part of the reason that I stay here, is that I've grown up with these guys. We've been through a lot together, and I couldn't imagine working anywhere else with anybody else. So we're fortunate here at Walton County, and that it may be different than other agencies, that I've been through trouble in my career. I've made decisions that weren't the best. I've been in situations where we've had to use deadly force. I've been in situations where I've made mistakes. And throughout all of those, I feel like the command staff and the sheriff especially have been supportive. They've always come alongside. Not that they want to erase mistakes or just get you out of trouble, but they understand that it's a learning process. And so they've always been gracious to say, hey, don't do this again, learn from this mistake. We've all been there, we've all done that. And they really showed a lot of support in the situations that are high stress. And sometimes you worry like, man, am I gonna lose my job? I really did something stupid. But they've always been there to reassure you and say, hey, like, we're with you, we got your back on this. And so that's been, what I hear is that's different in other agencies. When you come to work here, there's opportunities in a lot of different places. If you are interested in being on the tactical team here, then you're gonna need to be really good at whatever job you're assigned to. So if you're in civil or uniform patrol or an investigator, we want the people who go above and beyond. They really care about what they're doing. And so if we hear from your supervisors that you're doing a good job and you're really passionate and you really want to do the job that you're doing, that's the kind of people we want. So I want you to be fit, I want you to be in shape, I want you to be smart. Those things are good and important for the job that we do, but attitude is everything. And so I can learn a lot about somebody and their attitude. And so if you have a good attitude, you're competent and capable, you can put in for selections. And then it's a very grueling process, and that is to test some of your physical fitness and your intelligence, but it's a lot to test your attitude. And so if you have a bad attitude after 2 hours of going through a little bit of adversity, then this may not be the team for you, because our ops can take 12, 14, 18 hours. And so I need to know that you're in it and you're there and you want to be there. And so if you show those things and you persevere, selection is a one-day process, then you come on the team for a year, and we get to watch you for another year just to make sure you weren't putting on a fake attitude for one day. And after that year, you get fully integrated into the team as an operator. So that we have a little ceremony, you go to SWAT school, you come back, we give you your patches, your pin, and you're officially on the team. And we've had a lot of success. Every single man on this team is on the team because that's where they want to be. Yeah, so when I first got started, things were a lot different. We had very little technology, very little equipment. The budget was different than it is now. And we had a sheriff who decided to invest in things that would make our job better, make it easier to catch the bad guys that we need to catch. And so we've been really fortunate, especially here on the SWAT team, where we've been given the tools that we need. So anything that might make it safer for an officer, or safer for a hostage, or safer for a victim, they're allowing us to buy those things. So we have drones, robots, we have top-of-the-line gear, equipment, weapons, and all that is just give us tools to try to help people. So we're not trying to be paramilitary here. What we want to do is catch the bad guy safely, safe for us, safe for him, and safe for the victim, as efficiently as possible. And you need a lot of technology to do that. Drones and robots can see things that I can't see, and I don't have to put a deputy in harm's way to see what I need to see to essentially affect the arrest. And they've supported that because in the long run, they want what's best for us and what's best for the citizens. And so if we have to spend a little bit of money to do that, there's no better thing to spend money on. And that's kind of been their philosophy over the last 5 years, which has allowed us to amass some technology and things that make it much safer for us and for everybody else.